This story time will be a little different, I feel like, from a lot of the story times that I have told, because this one is more on the serious side. I feel like during a lot of my story times, I'm always joking, I'm laughing, because sometimes it is funny. Sometimes you gotta laugh through the pain. But this story time, I found nothing funny. Actually, as I'm going back, reminiscing, thinking about what happened, to this day, it still gives me chills because I was so unaware. I had no idea. I was completely blindsided by the things that went on. And it just goes to show that, honestly, no matter how bad we want to see the good in some people, no matter how bad we want them to be this person that we think they can be, some people just always gonna let you down. They always just gonna make you realize that, you know what? It's a reason why you don't really have no friends. It's a reason why people don't really fool with you. And I know sometimes if you like me, it's like, I got to see for myself. Sometimes I know people be lying. Sometimes I know people don't like people, so they want to spew hate and try to get you not to fool with them. But a lot of the times you have to realize you just have to listen to, everybody can't be lying. If everybody's saying the same thing about one person, everybody can't be lying. It's got to be some truth somewhere in there. And unfortunately for me, I learned the hard way. So grab a drink, grab a snack, kick your feet up and relax. Subscribe, like, and comment and all that. And tell your best friend you're going to call her back because story time is back. Let's get into it. Put them phones in the chat because story time is back. Drop them phones in the chat because story time is back. Drop them phones in the chat because story time is back. So boom, bam. First of all, I want to say thank y'all for the birthday wishes. My birthday was amazing. I don't know if some of y'all been keeping up, especially if you follow me on my Instagram, which is the same as my YouTube, Yo DJ Star. 10 out of 10 in Jamaica. I love Jamaica. Jamaica is always good vibes. I had an amazing time. Thank you for all the comments, all the messages. Some of y'all even emailed me. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Happy birthday to the rest of the fellow tourists out there. I'm sure y'all gonna have a great season. We them ones, never the twos. So yeah, happy birthday to y'all, or happy belated if your birthday has already passed. Now that I got that out the way, let's jump right into the story time. Okay, there's gonna be 3 specific names that you need to know during this story time, but let's just focus one thing at a time. Number 1, her name is Leah. Leah is short for Leah the lame, Leah the loser, okay? Just remember that, Leah. So boom, bam, me and Leah met, and we were attracted to each other. That was the first thing. It was very lustful in the beginning, I would say. We actually met at this festival. I think she was in front of me. I was recording. I felt like she kept kind of getting in my way. I kept trying to pan the camera, and she finally turned around and was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm all in your camera, huh?" And I just kind of laughed it off because there was a lot of people at the festival. We didn't really have room to, move this and that. She was like, "Well, good thing for you. Good thing I look good because, you should want me in your camera." And she did. She was very attractive, very much so. So, okay, the festival was 10 out of 10. After that, me and my friends, we wanted to go somewhere and get something to eat. It's late at night. We chose Waffle House. Look up again, Leah and her friends are also at Waffle House. At this point, we've been drinking and stuff. We keep giving each other the eye. We walk outside. Leah and her friends walk outside. It was like a fight or something outside Waffle House. Y'all know how them late night Waffle House trips go. So somebody was getting into a fight. Me and my friends was kind of standing over there out the way. And I guess the fight kind of had Leah and them car blocked in. Leah walked over to where I was standing and she was like, "Look, my friend's car's blocked in. I'm drunk. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I'm ready to go home. I'll pay you and your friends to drop me off at home." And I was like, "What side of town do you live on?" She lived on the same exact side of town, where we was going. So it wasn't out of our way. So we took Leah home. Pretty much that night, nothing extraordinary happened. Actually, when Leah got into the car, she was very tired, very sleepy. So she was passed out, getting that good drunk sleep in. We finally made it up to her destination. I kind of got out, walked her up to the step. She gave me a very long hug and was just like, "Thank you so much. This is so embarrassing. I would love to meet on a different type of time. Please put your name and number in my phone. And I'm going to hit you up tomorrow once I sober up." And I really didn't think much of it. Like I said, she was cute. I was attracted, but I'm just like, whatever. This girl is just drunk. I'm just trying to do my good deed for the day and go about my business. I actually remember sleeping in because even when I got home that night, early morning, I still kind of stayed up, watched TV, was on my phone, whatever. But when I woke up, I had 10 missed calls and 10 text messages, and they were all from Leah. She was basically apologizing. She was saying "Let me make it up to you. I'm not this type of girl. I don't want you to have this impression of me. Let's go do something fun. No drinking involved. I actually want to detox," stuff like that. And I thought that was pretty cool. I'm like, so why not? Leah mentioned how she really loved to paint. She actually sent me some paintings that she has done, and she was pretty good. So, of course, we did a sip and paint without the drinks. You know what I'm saying? We had kind of juice or whatever. Because, she said that she wanted to detox. And, I'm all for somebody that really don't want to drink. So we had to sip and paint. We're getting to know each other better. And I'm like, okay, Leah's a cool girl, whatever. She actually does have her head on straight. She has a lot of good things going for her. She just had a little drunk night, which I wasn't going to judge her off that because we all done been there before. After that, she mentioned to me how much she really liked barbecue. Was her favorite food. She took me to this barbecue spot. I got like barbecue chicken, something like that. She got the ribs, and we both threw down. The food was 10 out of 10. Definitely recommend. We continued to get to know each other, and you know what I'm saying? I feel like at that point we was just, just good vibes. I felt like I'm glad that I gave her a chance, because at first I was just like, nah, like I'm good. She's just some drunk girl that I made sure she got home, so I did my good deed. But I'm actually glad that I went on a date with Leah. It was good vibes. Y'all already know how it started off, 10 out of 10. The vibes be there, the people be cool, but slowly but surely it starts to unravel and true colors start to show. At this point, maybe 2.5 months have passed, and me and Leah continue to try to date each other. And here's why I said to try. I felt like Leah wanted to speed things up. Leah was on a whole different level, and I just was not ready for that yet. So although we continue to go on dates together, we spend a lot of time together. I met her friends, she met my friends. I just felt like Leah wanted way more out of the relationship than I did. I just wasn't ready to give her that part of me yet, honestly speaking. So one day, after almost 3 months of dating, she asked me like, what are your intentions with me? Where do you see this going? Because I felt like she could even tell that she was putting way more into it than I was at the time. So I told her like, look, I like you. I like us. I like the idea of us being together. But right now, I'm just not ready to focus on a relationship. And, if you want to pull back or if you want to stop talking to me, that's completely fine. But I just feel like as of now, I'm not ready to just jump into a full relationship, y'all, because Leah wanted to move in together. Leah was talking about kids already. Leah was talking about just a lot of permanent decisions for the time being. And I just really wasn't on the same page as her. So although she did not like my answer, she was like, you know what? I respect you for letting me know. I appreciate your honesty and stuff like that. Let's just be friends. And although I didn't want anyone else to be with Leah, I didn't want to picture her with nobody else. I had to be fair. If I'm not ready and somebody else is out there ready to give Leah whatever she wants and move on to the next level, and if they can be whatever Leah wants them to be, then I have no chance but to, step back and let Leah be happy too. So that's what I did. Going forward, we said that we was going to remain friends. And the crazy part about it was, y'all, we was actually very good friends. Like, we was really cool. We always kept in contact. We didn't go on, we went on friend dates. And that's, no kissing. It was like no flirt. It was kind of weird. It's kind of like, I wish we was friends, like all along. It was a really good vibe being her friend. Y'all, it got to the point where we got so close in this whole friend thing. Like, she would tell me about the people that she was dating. I would tell her about the people that I was dating and talking to. She would always ask me for advice. Like, hey, I'm talking to this guy and this, and that. And I was let her know, like, hey, this girl is saying this, and that to me. Like, what would you do? What would you think? Like, it's just so crazy how the script flipped. It was crazy how the script flip script. Oh my God. So boom, one night I was coming home from the club and I get a call from Leah. She doesn't really call me this late, so I automatically answer because in my mind, I'm like, something's wrong because she never really calls me. She'll send me like a good night text or, hey, let me know like what you doing, like when you get home, safe, stuff like that. So a call, I was already quick to answer. She's like, hey, I hope I'm not interrupting nothing you got going on, but I'm chilling with this guy. I went on a date with him. He actually picked me up, so I don't have my car. Can you please come pick me up and take me home? I'll give you gas money. He's just making me feel real uncomfortable. He keeps trying to force me to drink, and I feel like he thinks we're going to do the grown up, and that's not what type of time I'm on. So I'm like, okay, yeah, bet. Send me the address. Like, it was to the point where I wasn't mad. I wasn't jealous. Like, I had completely accepted the fact that we was just friends, and that was cool with me. So I go over, I pick Leah up, I let her know I'm outside. She get in the car. She's telling me all about how the dude seemed like he was a gentleman, stuff like that. But the minute that, he got her over to her house, it was like, oh, so like, what we doing? Are we going to be grown about this? Like, he started talking. He want to see more of her, all this other lame stuff the dude talking about. So I pick Leah up. I drop her off at home. We outside talking. She's like, so how's it going with your dating? I'm letting her know, like, I'm just chilling. I'm not really looking for nothing serious. I'm just whatever. And she's like, I'm really trying to find love. Leah was a lover girl through and through. I think she was a Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. Y'all know how y'all Scorpio lover girls is, but yeah. She was telling me that she hates it because she feels like she keeps running into these guys and that they're just not for her, that she's ready to be a wife, she's ready to be a mom, she's ready to be married, she's ready for the whole 9 yards, and she just feels like nobody's on the same level as her. So it was frustrating. So you have me, I'm just dating, I'm out here, having fun, not really taking it serious. And you have her, she's definitely looking for someone to spend the rest of her life with. But anyway, we finished up our little talk, and she's like, hey, my birthday is coming up. I want to do a birthday trip. I want to know if you're comfortable enough, coming with me. And I'm like, you know what, Leah? We've been good friends. We've been very respectful of each other's space, of each other's boundaries. Me, I like to travel. Let's go on a birthday trip, right? What's the worst that could happen? A birthday trip with somebody that I sort of kind of used to talk to. Like, what's the worst that could happen? So boom, I agreed. Like, okay, Leah, I'm be going on your birthday trip. She said that she was going to send me the details or whatever. She wants to be somewhere close by the beach. She wants to just have fun. She wants to just bring her birthday in. You know what I'm saying? All good vibes. And you know what? I could do that. We've partied together. We've went out together. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of excited. You know, I love birthdays. I love being invited. So it's like, okay, cool. Let's do that. But oh, if I knew then what I know now, I would have said no. Honestly, I would have said hell no. Ain't no way. I'm good. You go. You enjoy your birthday. We could talk when you get back. But it's just like, I mean, I wasn't thinking like that. All the vibes have been good. You've literally gave me no reason to not want to travel with you or be around you. So it's just like, what else was I supposed to say? But yeah, nah, that's a regret. So boom shakalaka, y'all. It was about 2 more months until it was going to be Leah's birthday trip. She had decided that she had wanted to go out of the country. I think it was like Puerto Rico or maybe just a little city outside of Puerto Rico. Everything was planned. Kill. Now, a month before the trip, Leah texts me. She says, hey, I have to talk to you about something. And she's like, matter of fact, I'm about to call you. So she called me. I'm like, hey, what's going on? She's like, hey, I've been busy. I know we haven't really been talking like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was working hard overtime. Anytime I knew I had a trip coming up, I would just always, you know what I'm saying, try to get my bag up because I want to do some spending on the trip. Y'all know how that be. So yeah, we text here and there, but we wasn't really talking how we used to talk all the time. So she's like, hey, I met this guy and I want this guy to end up coming on the birthday trip too. I just wanted to make sure you was comfortable with that before I just, you know what I'm saying, gave him a definite answer, before I definitely confirmed. And I'm like, yeah, you know, it's your birthday. If this is the guy that you want, you know what I'm saying, to be talking to, who am I to say no? Like, that's fine. That was 1 month before the trip. Remember that. So I'm like, so, you know, tell me about this guy. Mind you, we used to telling each other, like, you know, everything about the people that we've been, you know what I'm saying, seriously dating. But I know we haven't had time to catch up. So she's like, let's call him LJ. Short for lame loser. LJ. Anyway, she's like, I met this guy at a bar. His name is LJ. We've been talking for quite some time. He's been showering me with all the love. He's just my type. I just felt like, you know, this could really be something. And I want to include him in my birthday trip. This is going to be our first trip together, stuff like that. I'm just like, hey, I'm happy for you. Mind you, me and Leah at this point, we are just friends. She has no reason to, you know what I'm saying, be jealous of anything I have going on. I have no reason to be jealous of anything that she has going on. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm excited. This is 1 month before the trip. Now, also, I'd like to add that I have been talking to somebody too, and it wasn't really serious, but me and the girl, we have been spending a lot of time together. We have been, you know what I'm saying, just kind of vibing for real. So, of course, it's getting closer to the trip. Me and the girl, we're just getting closer and closer as you would, you know, the more you talk to someone, the more you start to like them, the more time you spend, all of that. So I'm just like, I get to telling her, like, you know what I'm saying, because she planned something. I'm like, actually, I'm supposed to be out the country. You know what I'm saying? I have a birthday trip to attend. And she's like, who? So at this point, all I'm thinking about is to be open and honest with the girl. I'm letting her know, like, look, it's this girl, like, we used to talk, but it wasn't like that serious. We didn't even get into the whole thing. She asked me what my intentions were. I did not want the same things that she wanted at the same time. So we've been friends this whole entire time, like this whole entire time. And so the girl I was talking to, let's call her Angel, because she was completely an angel, 100%. So we have Leah, which is the girl I was talking to in the beginning of the story. We have LJ, which is the guy that she's talking to. And we have Angel, which is the girl that I've been talking to recently here that I've really starting to become fond of. All right? Leah, LJ, Angel. Cool. Time out. If you made it this far in the video and if you really locked in, drop your lucky number in the chat right now. I got to see who all paying attention. I got to see who all tuned in, who all locked in. So if you really on top of your game and you really listening, you locked in, drop your lucky number right here, right now in the comments. So boom, y'all. Angel was like, oh, okay, I completely understand. I have no problem with that. Like, I would love to come along too, you know, maybe ask her if she doesn't have a problem with that. And I'm like, you know, just so I don't have to be the third wheel, just so I don't have to be alone. She has somebody that she's talking to, which I'm completely fine with. I'm sure she won't have a problem with you coming along. So I hit Leah. I said, hey, I need to talk to you about something real quick. Call me at your earliest convenience. Cute. Leah calls me. She's like, hey, is everything okay? And I'm like, hey, I want to talk to you about something. Now, I'm talking to her and I'm letting her know I too have been talking to someone. You know, we're not just overly serious, but I would like for her to accompany me on a trip. Like, she has her money. She's going to pay for everything. She just wants to come along. Therefore, you have somebody there. I have somebody there. I don't have to be the third wheel, you know, tagging behind y'all. Y'all, Leah's energy completely changed. Like, I was happy for her. When she was telling me that she was, you know, taking a guy and that she's really fond of him, this, and that. I'm like, okay, cool, cool, cool. But when I was telling her about Angel, I can almost sense it through the phone. She was not happy about it. But at the same time, she played it cool. She was like, oh, yeah, I mean, if you really like her, if you think she'll be good vibes, then why not? Yeah, she can come. That way, it'll be me, LJ, and it'll be you and Angel. Okay, cool. And like I said, me and Leah have been talking almost, every day for quite some time now. And I could just tell her energy was not it. But I'm just like, maybe I'm just tripping. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she's tired. Maybe she really wasn't in the mood. So I'm just trying to make excuses for her. But definitely notice that red flag off the rip. I called Angel, let her know, like, hey, she said, like, yeah, she can come along. The place that we got is big enough for the 4 of us. Angel's like, okay, I'm going to do shopping. I'm going to get us, like, matching outfits. I'm so excited. I've actually been needing a trip. Like, I feel like this would be real good for us to, like, get away, get out the city for a while. So she's excited. I'm excited. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Even though I was expecting Angel to be like, well, this is awkward. But y'all, she had no problem. I was completely honest. I kept it 100. And then I started to wonder, I wonder if Leah told LJ that we used to kind of like talk, mess around type of thing. So in my head at first, I'm like, maybe I should ask. But I'm like, you know what? Nah, that shouldn't matter. I don't want to bring up anything that could possibly, change the energy of it. So I'm like, whatever. But I low-key was wondering because I feel like that matters. And later on in the story, you're going to see exactly why I should have went ahead and just asked her, did you tell LJ anything about, the used to with us? And y'all can kind of let me know where y'all head at. Like, would y'all go on a trip with someone that you used to, like, low-key date? Because we used to date. A relationship, no. But dating, I feel like we did date, for almost 2.5 months. Would y'all go on a trip with them and their new boo? And would you bring your new boo? Or was it just crazy? Like, I should never even did it from jump. Was it just already an accident waiting to happen? Let me know something. So anyway, boom, bam, it's the day of the flight. We had an early flight. Mind you, Leah and LJ are already at the airport. They're early. It's her birthday. I get it. Me and Angel were kind of running a little late. But as soon as me and Angel walked up on LJ and Leah, I could see the look on Leah's face. And I wasn't feeling that at all. I'm used to Leah being friendly, being chipper. She was definitely a people's person. She took one look at Angel and her face went from like to instantly mean mug. So I'm like, that's weird. So I introduced them like, hey, Leah, this is Angel. LJ, this is Angel. I'm introducing or whatever like that. And usually Leah is a hugger. Another thing I noticed, she loves to hug, bring it in, whatever like that. She barely even wanted to shake Angel's hand. Angel put her hand out there for Leah to shake. And Leah was just kind of like, still like so standoffish. I've never seen Leah behave like that. So of course that kind of took me back because I'm just like, what is you on? Like, what is the problem? LJ on the other hand, he was kind of like quiet, like to himself. He really didn't say much. Angel is constantly trying to start conversation with Leah. She's like, okay, it's your birthday. Like, let's take some shots, whatever like that. Leah is kind of like not feeling that at all. I'm not sure if Angel is picking up on any of the bad vibes or whatever, but I do see Leah go to the bathroom. So I tell Angel, like, hold on right quick. Like, I'm going to use the bathroom because I hate getting up, going to the bathroom on the flight. But honestly, I'm just trying to get in there and talk to Leah and see where her head is at. So in the bathroom, I wait for her to come out. I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? Like, you good? She's like, what do you mean? Like, of course I'm good. But she has like this attitude. And I'm just like, she's never had an attitude with me. We've never been on that type of time. Never had an argument, nothing like that. I'm just getting like these attitude vibes. I'm like, bro, I just feel like, I don't know, you didn't really give Angel a warm welcome, and as you do strangers. Mind you, I've been out with her before. We've been around other people. She's always so chipper, so uppity. I'm just like, I just want to make sure, there's not a problem. She's like, what do you mean? I don't know her or whatever. All I know is what you told me, this and that. And she looks like, she's dressing like she's better than everybody else. I don't know, but it's just my birthday and I just don't want anyone to ruin it. And she walks out the bathroom. Mind y'all, the flight's already booked. The room's already paid for. We're at the airport right now. Our flight boards in about 10 minutes. And I know some of y'all are like, you know what? I would have still left. But I'm just like, you know what? Maybe she's just not in a good mood. Y'all know sometimes I feel like people turn into complete divas around their birthday. Maybe it's that I keep constantly trying to make excuses for Leah. But in the back of my head, something just told me like abort mission. But anyway, I go back out there. Me and Angel, we're sitting together. We're downloading movies on the iPad to watch. Or whatever the case may be, we start to board the flight. Second red flag. So coincidentally, with the seating arrangement, it had me and Leah sitting beside each other, and it also had LJ and Angel sitting beside each other. So you would think all we have to do is like, a little switcheroo. Therefore, Angel will be sitting beside me and LJ will be sitting beside Leah. So I tell Leah like, hey, don't you want to go back there and sit with LJ and send Angel up here so, we can all sit together? Y'all, Leah looked me right in my face and was like, what you mean? Like, it's not even that big of a deal. It's just like a 3-hour flight. We're going to be there before you know it. Like, why does it have to do all that? I'm just like, that's your man. That's your boyfriend who you gave so many, praises to. I just feel like it's completely like normal to want to sit beside the person you came here with, your boo. Like, we sit beside each other. We're friends. We're cool. But why you give me all this attitude? That's the one thing I can't really shake. She's like, I don't have an attitude. Like, you're tripping. Like, you want to do all this and this for this girl. And it's just like, it's my birthday. I should be able to sit wherever I want to sit. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm definitely not tripping now. I know it cannot possibly be me. She's just like going off for no reason. It's just like, bruh, all I'm asking you to do is swap seats. That's it. Y'all, we literally sit beside each other arguing on this plane. Like, people keep boarding and stuff like that. She's like, it's not that deep to me. I'm like, bro, this is just awkward. I want to sit by my girl. She's like, oh, so that's your girl? I thought that was somebody that you was just talking to. I'm like, regardless, my girl, somebody I was talking to, I came here with her. I brought her here on this trip. I'm going to sit beside her. So while we just going back and forth, LJ walks up like, babe, come back here and sit with me, and Angel finna come up here and sit with Staryon. It's just that simple. Oh, but when he said it, she immediately grabbed her stuff up and was like, okay, babe, here I come. But then did y'all hear me so I'm not just. So LJ says that, walks back to his seat. I just started laughing because at this point it's comical. She's like, what's so funny? Like, what are you laughing at? I'm just like, I literally just said that and you just literally gave me so much about this. Like, you gave me so much BS about how it's not that deep, how you don't want to move seats. This man walk up here and ask you, and the first thing you just like, okay, babe, here I come. Like, but whatever. She grabs her stuff. She goes back there. Angel comes sit beside me. Angel's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, why you act? She's like, I don't know. You look irritated. You look annoyed. Like, everything's all right, right? And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Everything's okay. Sit beside Angel. She instantly calmed me down. Instantly good vibes. We start holding hands. Let's just prepare to get through this 3-hour flight, y'all. So I've calmed down now. I'm calm. I got Angel sitting beside me. She looking good. She smelling good. We about to take off. The last amount of people is starting to board the plane. Next thing you know, my phone vibrate. I get a text message, and it's from Leah. At this point, she's already irritating me. I'm really not trying to hear anything she's saying, but I'm just like, let me open it and see. I open a text message and it says, oh my God, my birthday is ruined. What do you mean by that? Well, I text her back and I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, LOL, my bad. I sent that to the wrong person. Enjoy the flight. Here's my thing. Like, I do understand sometimes, you can mistakenly send somebody some stuff and that be that. But y'all, there's no way I'm ever believing that she mistakenly sent that text to me. She wanted me to see it. Back then, we didn't have the whole unsend. So she couldn't, once it's sent, that's that. So in my head, I'm like, how was her birthday ruined? What is she talking about? She's being weird. Now she says that she's sending it to the wrong person. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I power my phone up. Me and Angel is finally on our way to Puerto Rico. Now, I'm not really into the whole, if you have a dream about something, it's true. But y'all, I promise you, on the way to the flight to Puerto Rico, I fell asleep. It was a very calm, relaxing flight. I had a dream. And in the dream, I was running away from Leah. Leah was screaming at me, running behind me, saying something. I was literally running for my life. Running for my life. And when I looked back, it was Leah chasing me. At that time, I wasn't sure what it meant. I wasn't even sure why I had the dream. Because I'm like, maybe it's because we just got into it. I don't know. But that dream had creeped me out. Like, literally, when I woke up, I was kind of looking around. And I'm just like, and then when I looked back there at Leah, she had her eyes booked wide open, looking directly back at me. Like, I'm just like, bro, this is giving me the creeps. Like, what's really going on? Like, I know I'm not tripping. Am I thinking too much into it? Nah. I wasn't tripping, y'all. But anyway, let's get into this third red flag. Boom shakalaka. We finally get there. We land. We get with our driver. Our driver drops us off at the place that we're going to be staying at. Now, our first instinct when we got out and walking up, and I'm just like, this looks kind of small, but this can be deceiving. I've been inside of places that look way bigger than what they appear to be. Way, you know what I'm saying? So when they're way bigger, they look smaller on the inside, stuff like that. So I'm like, let me get in here before, I try to attempt to judge or assume what's going on. So we get there. We excited. We walking in, and y'all, it's one bedroom. It's a 1-bedroom spot. And the rest of it is just one couch in the living room. 1 bedroom and like 1 love seat, 2 pillow kind of cushion couch. That's it. Mind you, the way Leah put it to me, the space is big enough for all 4 of us. It's going to be a good time. Like, we all got our own room, stuff like that. And I'm just like, where's the rest of it? Like, maybe there's more at the back. So I go outside. There's nothing back there. A small backyard. There's nothing to the left of us, nothing to the right of us. So this is it? Leah's like, yeah, we're all a couple. So, we could all sleep together in the bed if you would like. I don't mind sharing the bed with you guys. But other than that, the couch, it's not even a roll-out couch. It's just literally a regular old fashioned. It didn't look clean in the first place, but it was just one of those type of love seasons. I'm just like, bro, ain't no way. But here's Angel just trying to be so positive. She's like, you know what? We're going to make it work. It's fine. Like, I'll make sure I clean it, whatever. Like, they have extra. I found some extra sheets in this closet. They have extra covers and stuff. Don't worry about it. Let's not be mad. Let's just enjoy the trip. It's her birthday. Like, Angel throughout the whole thing, not the whole thing, but majority of the time, Angel kept coming through with the positive vibes, was trying to turn the situation around. She didn't want no drama, no arguing, no nothing. And I thank her for that, for being an angel, as I've said. And although I appreciate Angel for being so accepting, for being, you know what I'm saying, so positive, I look back at Leah and it's like she had a little grin on her face, like she knew. And it's like, maybe when it was just me and Leah was supposed to be the only two on the trip, maybe that would have been enough room. When you invited LJ, okay, cool. When you still knew I was coming, but then when I told you I was bringing Angel, something could have been done. I didn't mind paying more for a bigger space either, but I feel like she did that out of spite. Angel is telling me, don't think like that. Get out of your head, stuff like that. Come on, we're going to have a good time. Like, I don't want those type of vibes on the trip. Let's just enjoy the trip. Let's just have a good time. That was kind of like her whole vibe the whole way through and through. Okay, so I tried my best to get settled, even though, you know, in my head, especially about the pictures that Leah had shown me, I was expecting something completely different, but now I have to work with what I got, and that's fine. So, okay, we hungry, we want to change clothes, you know what I'm saying, get out of our airport fits, get into some fresh, clean clothes, let's go out to eat. Cool. We only working with one bathroom, so LJ and Leah, they go in there, they get ready first. Me and Angel, it's time to go in there. You know what I'm saying? We get ready. I get ready before Angel. Angel has to do a whole, you know, the hair, the makeup, just to make sure this and that. And it's like, okay, I'm going to go outside the bathroom because I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, just get some more views, just see, like, you know, what we working with out here in Puerto Rico. Leah sees me and she's like, hey, what time she's going to be ready? Like, we're hungry, ready to eat. Mind you, we haven't even really been in the bathroom for that long. I felt like her and LJ was in there for quite some time, almost an hour. It hasn't even been 15 minutes and Angel was almost done anyway. But it's like, why are you, you know what I'm saying, trying to act like, oh, you so in a rush to go now when y'all literally took an hour to get ready? Y'all, Leah is being so snobby. She's being so catty. She's giving all this attitude. She's being a drama queen. I'm like, look, she doesn't have that long to get ready, but literally we just got in there. Like, at least give us 15 more minutes. She's like, oh my God, I can't do that because I already called for the Uber. The Uber's going to be here in literally 2 more minutes. Like, why would you already order the Uber knowing that we literally just got in the bathroom? Why would you not even let anyone know? We didn't even know we was working with that little amount of time. Why are you being so petty? Why are you doing this stuff out of spite? Like, what's the vibes? I keep asking you, what's going on? What's the problem? Do you have an issue? And you're like, oh no, everything's fine, but you're still giving me this attitude. Like, let me know straight up, because at this point, it's starting to get so annoying. Like, everyone knows it's a problem, but no one's speaking on it. I'm just going to go ahead and get the elephant out the room. Like, what's the vibes? What's with you? What you own? Is you cool? She's like, oh my God, calm down. Don't get mad at me because you're a little girlfriend. Whoa. Lil, huh? Lil who? 1, don't put Lil in front of nothing I do. Nobody I mess with, none of that. That's 1. 2, you don't see me having a problem with nothing that you're doing, who you bring on the trip. I've been nothing but respectful. I've been nothing but cordial. Like, you're being weird. You said that it was okay for her to come, right? Yes, you said that. Now, all of a sudden, you have all of these issues with her and this, and that, and whatever the case. We're not doing that. Don't try to invite her. Now that she's here, you get to acting weird when the vibes was low-key different on the phone. Like, get off that. We arguing, y'all, and the Uber done already pulled up. LJ is like, got his stuff. He's walking out to the Uber, and Leah's like, well, I can't talk about this right now. I guess you guys gonna have to get your own Uber to the restaurant. And she gets in the Uber, and y'all, they leave. Mind you, Angel's in the bathroom. She hasn't heard anything. We have the music playing. We got the Bluetooth speaker. She's getting her makeup done. She's almost ready. I'll go back in the bathroom, and you can visibly tell that I was so upset. Instantly, she's like, oh my God, what happened? She cuts the music off. And I let her know, like, tell me why we in the bathroom. We just been getting ready for not even 10 minutes. Why did Leah already order the Uber? Not only that, the Uber got here and they still left on their way to the restaurant. Y'all, I was pissed. So I'm waiting for Angel to try to, like, you know what I'm saying, go off with me. She was like, it's okay. I'll just get another Uber. Don't worry about it. We'll just meet them at the restaurant. Like, we'll just catch up to them. Yeah. She was being so passive about everything, so nonchalant. It's like she didn't even care. I'm like, are you picking up on the vibes? Like, mind y'all, I had already told Angel that Leah was somebody that I used to deal with, but not on a serious type of level, whatever like that. But it's just like everything that Leah was doing, Angel was just throwing it, like letting it roll off her back. She was turning the other cheek. She was completely ignoring it. And I'm just like, how are you able to do that? Me, I'm livid. I am angry. I am so upset because it's just like, bro, we could have stayed home for this. We didn't have to come on a trip. You was like, yeah, Burger, we're going to have so much fun, this, and that. And now that we here, you acting so shady. You acting so sneaky. You being so jealous-hearted. I don't like that. So boom, eventually, Angel's like, just calm down. I still want to be able to enjoy the trip. Don't worry about it. Like, it's okay. They were hungry. I get that. Sometimes I get hangry too. She's making excuses on top of excuses for Leah. And it's just like low-key annoying, but whatever. So, okay, cool. Angel is finally ready, whatever. I kind of calmed down, a little bit. The Uber come and we on our way to the restaurant. We get there and they're sitting at a table just for two. It's just like a little booth. One person can sit on the left side, one person can sit on the right side, and that was completely it. Being weird again. If we're all here together, I'm thinking that maybe you're gonna get a table that's at least big enough for the four of us. Why are you being weird? Here comes sweet little Angel. She's like, oh, there's a table, a booth over there that all four of us can fit. I'm just like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's all go over there. Let's sit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's eat. Cool. I look at Leah. Leah just rolls her eyes. She's like, okay, whatever. Like, I wanted to sit over here because the lighting is better, but I guess we can go sit over there in the dark booth. I guess, whatever. Crazy thing is, nobody's really paying her any mind but me. It's like, because I'm really so in shock. I'm just looking at the way she moved. I'm looking at her mannerism. I'm just like, something is not right. Something is off. Are y'all ready for yet another red flag? Probably one of the biggest red flags that's going to be in this story time. So please pay attention. So we sitting there, we looking over the menu, you know what I'm saying? We ordering food. We get our food, we start to eat. And, it's just like uncomfortably quiet. Nobody's really talking. Everybody's just looking. So LJ is like, so, like, let's just, break the ice. Let's all get used to each other. We're going to be here for the next 4 days. So, let's just, get to know each other better. So he's asking me and Angel, like how we met, we telling the story or whatever, we're really into each other, stuff like that. He's like, okay, cool. He's like, so Star, how do you know Leah? Oh, so you don't know. In my head, I'm like, you don't know how? So Leah never even told you. So I'm trying to go about how to answer this question because I don't know if it's a trick question. Maybe LJ has already asked Leah that. Maybe Leah has already told LJ this. Or maybe what I'm about to say is what's about to surprise him because mind you, I already told Angel. So I'm not worried about that. But why haven't Leah kind of gave LJ the scoop on how we met? So I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was feeling very petty. And maybe that's my fault, but I was just like, oh, well, me and Leah, we started off as friends. I met her on one drunk night. I was able to take her home because she couldn't drive and their car was blocked in because some stuff was going on at Waffle House or whatever. And, we kind of talked. I wouldn't really say relationship-wise. I feel like we dated for a couple of months. But no words, LJ, we realized that wasn't really for us. So we stopped. And ever since then, we've been the best of friends. Uh-oh, y'all. LJ stopped eating. At this point, you could tell LJ was upset. He's like, wait. So you're into girls? He's looking at Leah, asking Leah that. Leah looking like a deer in headlights. Somebody need to say something. At this point, all eyes at the table is on Leah. And Leah is saying completely nothing. She's looking at LJ like she's scared. Like, she's not saying anything. LJ's like, Leah, you're into girls? So wait, this was like your girlfriend that you invited with you on the trip that I paid for? Now, mind you, me and Leah had asked everybody for their share. So it's like everybody paid for the trip. So did she just take LJ's money and tell LJ that what's going on here? Still not a mumbling word from Leah. LJ stood up, threw his fork down and walked out the restaurant. Tools in the comments for part 2 ski. Said tools in the comments for part 2 ski. Say tools in the comments for part 2 ski. Part 2 ski. Drop part 2 ski. Ski.